Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to be revisiting VeChain and its valuations against Ethereum. And that ever since April 2nd, I believe, April 4th, we have been going nothing but up. Today is a 10% gain against Ethereum. We are reaching the upper bounds of the VeChain Ethereum chart. This is quite exciting. Um, the US dollar valuation is we're now at 12 cents. Um, and we continue to go higher. Remember, if you do like this video and the other videos that I make on this channel, be sure to hit the like button down below and also consider subscribing. Um, well, here we are. We are, roughly, don't have the exact number, but from the white line, we're about 21% away. And from the peak to the wick, we're about 45% away um, on the VeChain Ethereum chart to make to meet the all-time high ceiling. I don't necessarily consider this first wick here the all-time high. I mostly want to attribute that to this past summer. So VeChain is coming to the point where we're going to start speculating on how high, if it's going to reach this peak again. Um, Considering the market situation and the environment, it seems very likely. Having said that, you do want to mitigate risk, and in my view, I want to take advantage of this price, and because of that, I just sold another portion of my position back into VeChain. Um, and I sold that back into Ethereum, and we'll see how well Ethereum plays out in the long run. Um, this does not mean I'm now bearish on VeChain just yet. I still hold a chunk of VeChain left. I have one more sell, and that is in the hopes of it reaching to this level again uh, that it did in the summer. And that is my plan. And yesterday I talked about having a plan, and so this is essentially my plan. Um, we're also talking about in Bitcoin terms that we're pretty much at that peak now. We are at that peak, and if we talk about in relation to Cardano, we should expect the Bitcoin valuation to actually go a lot higher than it did in the summer. Um, Having said that, I mean, Ethereum did go a lot higher than it did in the summer. And so with VeChain, it's actually the opposite. We got pretty high on in the summer, and we're not even there yet today. So um, keep that in mind. Uh, Again, this doesn't mean that I'm bearish on the coin. I believe it could definitely go higher than 12 cents. But in relation to the rest of the market, we are nearing some kind of peak with VeChain, and I just want everyone to be aware about that. We're not right at the doorstep. We're still 45% away. But for people who don't have a plan, again, this is the time for you to start thinking of a plan, so that when we do get to these levels again, you know what you're going to do. You're going to sell, you're going to hold, you're going to buy more, whatever that plan is. At least make sure you have one. Um, Again, when we look at Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin had a pretty good day yesterday and is up again today. And it seems like the rest of the market is bleeding back again. I mean, this would make sense when we talk about how low the Bitcoin dominance got. It might be recovering for a little bit until the next leg down. We'll see. But I mean, if conditions like this stay the same, it really seems like VeChain is going to take full advantage of this and fill that gap in gains in my portfolio. But that's pretty much it for today, you guys. I just wanted to update you on what I have done thus far with VeChain. I've sold at multiple areas within the chart. It's laughable now, I guess. You can make fun of me. I did sell it around this level here, right when it came above the trading channel. I sold I again um, somewhere around this level as well. I sold around this midpoint here. I threw a stop and it got triggered, and I finally sold some at this level here. So I have been selling at various points of the cycle. Um, Again, you can laugh at me for selling it at this low price, but at the time we didn't know if we were going to get that high. We could have easily came back down, and I would have just reaccumulated. But for the time being, my plan is working out just fine for me. I hope your plan is too. I hope that VeChain does get to the upper bounds of the chart somewhere around here, and I can have my last sell go out with a bang. And another thing to keep in mind is that it could come up to this level and it can go even higher. However, if I have decided to sell here, at least the majority of it left. I might hold some VeChain for the duration of the cycle. I don't know yet, but for the time being, this is going to be my last sell. And one thing with your plan is you have to be okay with where you're selling. You have to be okay that it could go higher. And if it does, you don't necessarily fall into the trap of necessarily buying back in to ride that wave. You have to tell yourself, this is where I agreed to sell, and this is what I'm okay with in profits. And for me, it's okay for me so far. I've sold again various points, and and during that period, it was continuing to going up. But I am okay with selling at these positions, locking in the profits that I got back into Ethereum, back into Bitcoin, back into US dollars. But that's pretty much it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.